He's remembered for the streak, 2,130 consecutive games in which he was never out of the lineup.
Lou Gehrig is remembered for having the disease that ended his baseball career, and shortly after that, his life.
Henry Louis Gehrig was born in the Yorkville section of Manhattan in New York City on June 19, 1903. His parents, Heinrich and Christina Gehrig, were German immigrants who'd moved to their new country just a few years before their son's birth.
Little did they know that they had just welcomed one of the history's most well-known baseball stars into the world.
Though only one of the 4 Gehrig children to survive infancy, Lou faced a childhood that was shaped by poverty.
His father struggled to stay sober and keep a job, while his mother, a strong working woman who was focused on creating a better life for her child, worked constantly cleaning houses and cooking meals for the wealthy people of New York.
As the devoted parent she was, Christina pushed hard for her son to get a good education and got behind her son's athletic pursuits.
After graduating from high school, Gehrig enrolled at Columbia University, where he studied engineering and played fullback on the football team.
In addition, he made the school's baseball team and was a solid pitcher and earned the nickname Columbia Lou from the fans.
As a matter of fact, one of his most famous games, the young athlete struck out 17 batters.
Gehrig signed his first professional contract in April 1923, the same year Yankee Stadium first opened.
Just 2 months after signing the contract in June 1923, Lou played his first game for the Yankees.
By the following season, Lou was put into the lineup to replace the team's aging first baseman, Wally Pipp.
It set in motion a streak in which Gehrig established a Major League Baseball record by playing 2,130 consecutive games.
With being quiet and unassuming, Lou struggled to make friends with many of his colored and spotlight-hungry teammates, especially Babe Ruth.
But his hard work earned him his teammates' respect and later earned him the nickname the Iron Horse.
Meanwhile, Yankee fans were very thankful to have him in the lineup.
His Hall of Fame career saw him score 100 runs and knock in at least that many in 13 consecutive.
In 1931, he set an American League record by hitting 184 RBIs, and in 1932, he became the third player to hit 4 home runs in a single game, which has only been done 16 times ever.
In the World Series, Gehrig was still very impressive, batting .361 over the course of his career while leading the Yankees to 6 championships.
In 1938, Gehrig was aging, which caused him to play his season below average.
His hard-charging career seemed to have caught up with him. His body started to slow down and fail him.
But Gehrig was starting to have problems with things as little as tying his shoes, and him and his family feared that he might be facing something a little more extreme than just the downslide of a long baseball career.
In 1939, after starting a horrifying baseball season, Gehrig checked himself into the Mayo Clinic, where he had a series of tests performed on him.
Doctors told him that he was suffering from a disease known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS.
This disease takes the cell's ability to interact with the body's muscles.
His diagnosis with the disease helped put the spotlight on the disease, and in later, when Lou passed, the disease was also known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
On May 2nd, 1939, Gehrig's streak came to an end when he took himself out of the lineup.
Shortly after, he retired from baseball.
June 2nd, 1941 was a tragic day for the Yankees baseball team, fans, and for the Gehrig family.
The baseball legend we all know as Lou Gehrig had sadly passed of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis disease. There was a photograph taken of Babe Ruth standing over Lou Gehrig's casket as he lay dead. There had been rumors prior to Lou Gehrig's death that while Lou was out on a baseball trip, that Babe Ruth was having an affair with his wife. There was a photograph taken at Lou Gehrig's funeral of friends, family, loved ones, and Yankee fans standing over Lou Gehrig's casket, remembering him. Lou Gehrig's baseball legacy and his dedication to the game will always be remembered, and his impact on baseball will always be with us. Lou Gehrig has inspired many young athletes. On July 4th, 1939, Lou Gehrig gave his farewell speech at Yankee Stadium, where he declared himself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
First baseman Lou Gehrig hung up an amazing mark by playing in 2,130 consecutive games. Then a fatal disease attacked baseball's Iron Man. In Yankee Stadium, touched to tears by the tribute, Gehrig made his last public appearance.
For the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad brag. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. When you look around, wouldn't you consider it privilege to associate yourself with such a fine-looking man as is standing in uniform in this ballpark today? That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.